Welcome to the Dipped in Butter program. Welcome to the Dipped in Butter podcast program presents new music reviews with Kat and Wes. My name is Kat. Over there, that is Wes. And today's album or project we are reviewing for you is Silk Sonic presents An Evening with Silk Sonic. I don't know if you call that a supergroup or the new combo of Bruno Mars and Anderson Paak or Pack, depending on what side of the country you are from. But here it is. We have been waiting a year and we have it now.
We finally have it, and like, bro, I'm sorry, I'm so trash. Like these days, I don't even get to looking at album titles no more. Like I just turn on the album and like I learned later. So I think I even read an article that said something about the name of this, and I was like, is that still the name of this? I
It
wasn't
does
quite
sound like a
sure.
precursor name.
However, though, I did I listened to this album under Anderson Paak and Bruno. This album has dropped as their debut album as this group, but they drop as best group or group of the year from several awards platforms just off of releasing singles. And I'm not necessarily sure how I feel about that. But the album overall is a good album. It's too short for me. Again, we've had this conversation here. It's 9 tracks, but it's 8 songs, because number 1 just does not count.
Yeah.
So I definitely had to grade this thing on a curve because of that. So because there's only 8 tracks, I did enjoy 6 out of the 8 tracks on this album.
31 minutes, 18 seconds.
Yeah, it's crazy, how short it is, but how long we had to wait for this and how much, anticipation was built for this. And particularly because there's really only 8 songs on this album, I'm not a fan that we got, a little bit close to 50% of the album before it came out.
That is a noteworthy point that we got close to 50% of this project
Yeah,
before
like I
we actually
guess
got
I
it.
guess I just thought y'all was away doing a little bit more work. And like I can hear all of the work that went into this with the live instrumentation. And I'm glad that they did this, because at a point when I was making music, like I almost wanted to switch my style and move into some shit like this, because I'm like, fam, we don't have any Five Heartbeats Temptation style music for this generation. And I think if somebody can
Mm.
pull it off the right way, it'll really be a good wave. And even it could be a little bit different from what they put out. But I definitely enjoyed this style coming from those two, especially Anderson Paak, who niggas sleep on. Might not necessarily know all the work that he's done and how he gets down when it comes to music.
I like to break Anderson Paak down to people that may not know who he is. I
Mhm.
like to describe him as he's the guy who you think you're hearing Kendrick Lamar on Dr. Dre songs.
Yes, yes,
Like when you're
yes,
listening
yes.
to Dr. Dre and you think you're hearing Kendrick, you're actually hearing Anderson Paak.
Yeah.
That's who he is.
You're hearing Anderson Paak. So again, I gave it a 5 out of the 8, or I'm sorry, a 6 out of the 8, since there's only 8 songs on here. And I enjoyed it overall. I really don't have anything but besides, I really wish it was maybe 14 or 15 songs. 14, probably 13, 14 sounds like a better number to me.
I was praying to the R&B gods, the pop gods for 13. I was actually talking
Yeah.
to my wife before this drop, and I was literally saying to her specifically, I said, babe, if we can get over 8 songs from Silk Sonic, I'll be happy. Even if it's 10, I'll be happy. And the track list came out the night I was saying that to her, and there it
Mhm.
was, 9 tracks with an
All
intro.
right.
And I was like, God damn it, they gave us 8 songs.
Like I say, I liked it overall. Like there's nothing really bad that I can say about the album. So mine is a 6 out of 8 for the trackage.
Okay, 1 second. Hold on. I think it's hold on. Let me get it.
Oh my
Where's it?
god. Oh, this is real.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and tip my cup one time for my nigga.
Silk Sonic, Bruno Mars, and Anderson Paak, right? We champion Anderson Paak around here. I'm a huge Bruno Mars fan.
Right.
I've been excited for this project for what feels like over a year now. It might not be that long, but it feels like a very long time. Let me give my compliments first, if you don't mind, right?
Absolutely.
This is very clean, well produced, purposeful music, right?
Mhm.
And now that sounds like I might be bailing them out for only giving us 8 songs for waiting since before the pandemic, what
For
feels
sure.
like, right? Like it sounds like a bailout. But again, I wish we had 10 to 12 songs, but we got 8, all right? We can only review what they gave us. And at least I will say, in a world where we're kind of used to getting 5-track projects, 6-track projects, 8-track projects, at least with this one, it feels like with every track, it feels like the needle was dropped on a record. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
it feels like every song was made with the intention to stand by itself.
Hmm. Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
yeah.
like every
Yeah.
song on this project felt like it could have been like a 6-inch vinyl. Am I saying that wrong? Vinyls in
I think
inches?
I
But
think you're correct.
every track felt like its own pressed record, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And that's a compliment. However, I'm with you. I got 6 out of the 8 I really dug.
yeah.
I was on the fence, right?
And
Because
not to,
we
I'm sorry to cut you off, but
please, please.
I didn't particularly like Skate, as one of the solo singles. I enjoyed it a little bit better on the album.
I was gonna make my way around the Skate. I'm glad you
Yeah,
brought
yeah,
Skate up.
yeah.
But like I was kind of perplexed when it comes to how we do our skippers, right? Because
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
songs that I don't really vibe with per se, I don't know if they're skippers, and I'll explain, right? So let's get straight to that part. The first one I want to talk about is 777.
Blow the dice for me. Put your pretty ass lips together, blow it real nice for
By
me.
my definition, 777 is a skipper.
And see, I had it on my list as a possible skipper too, but the more I listen to it, the more I'm like, well, this is another purposeful song, right? Like this song is made for his Las Vegas residency. Like there couldn't be a more tailored song for a Las Vegas residency. We all know Bruno Mars has his show in Vegas and all of that. And I totally get him doing a song that is made to be played in a gambling room, right? Now that don't mean that it's allowed to be as mediocre as it is. I
Mhm.
just get it, right? Like
Right.
it's mediocre as hell. I don't know if it's a skipper because if I'm in the if I'm in the MGM Grand and I hear this, I might wiggle my hips.
I'm actually willing to go out on a limb and say it's a bad song.
Okay, okay.
Like 777, and like you say, to give clarity there, like a skipper doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad song. And skipper definitely, is personal preference, but I think this is like a worldwide skipper. This is a worldwide skipper here. And like you say, this might be for the Vegas residency, this might be for the casino floor, but like it'll be one of those songs that a motherfucker just play in the background on repeat and you just never notice it until you notice it.
Yeah, so in the spirit of what we do here on this show, I think we have to make the decision like with the thumbs up, thumbs down. Like I don't like to have us on the fence. So if I'm going to jump off the fence and lean one way or another, I'm leaning toward calling 777 a skipper, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
The second song I want to talk to you about is Fly Is Me.
Okay.
That
Now,
is
have you ever
not
been with
it
a
is
person
it's
that
a
you
it's a
can't
personal
stand when they
preference
treat you
skipper
like
or
the
no.
maid?
You just named the 2 songs that didn't fall within the 8 that I liked. Yeah, I mean like
Okay, I'm
Fly
glad
and
we're on the same page
I
about this.
actually enjoyed Fly As Me on the first listen. No cap. Like
Mhm.
I liked it on the first listen, and then the second listen I was like, "Nah, this ain't it neither."
I
Like,
felt the same way. First time around, I was like, this is cool. But here's what my final take is on the song Fly As Me in particular. And this is what I wrote down. Yo, Anderson, do that shit somewhere else, bro. Like that was my take. Like, I like when Anderson Paak raps. I love it when he gives us the DJ quick cadence. Like, what he's doing on that song is fly.
yeah.
But fam, do that shit somewhere else, bro.
Do
Like that's like showing up to the old nigga cookout where there's clearly gonna be hard bottoms in linen suits and you sagging your FUBU pants. Like do that shit
Right.
outside,
You
bro.
are right, but then like to counter that, you then have to give him his credit when it comes to the very next track, which is the only standout on the album out of the 9, even with the 3 singles that we got. It is the only standout on the track. After Last Night is
After
the
last night is a standout for me as well.
Wishing on a shooting star, say a prayer for me.
that's the best song on the album, fam. Like they really bodied that. And again, like to Anderson Paak's credit, he got out the way. Bruno Mars sings lead on that entire song, and Anderson bodies the ad libs and the background vocals. You feel me? Like, and that's
Mhm.
really the note that I took away from it. Like, it's on second listen. Like, first listen, you like it's a vibe, and I played it right back. I think I might have played it 3 times in a row. Like, and on third listen, that's when I was really like, oh, Anderson Paak realized I need to get out the way. I need to take that
Right,
bullshit
right.
somewhere else. Like,
And Bruno got out his way as fly as me, even though it didn't really fit what was going on here.
exactly.
But I like that Anderson knew and the same thing.
Right.
And also on After Last Night, shout out to whoever made the decision to give us a little bit of peppering of I'd rather be with you.
That's
Did
right.
you notice Bootsy did
I
not get wasted
I
on that
did.
track?
Nope. I
We
did.
got a little sprinkle of I'd rather be with
I
you in
did.
that track, and I love it, bro. It's just a lemon zest. It's not overdoing it to where it feels like a remake or a remix. It's just a little zest.
And a piece of my love. And a piece of my love is in there. That's what I'm saying. That's a hard track. Like, so that's for me, that's the only standout track on the album.
Okay, so me and you, I think, I don't know if this was purposefully or if this just was happenstance. Me and you have never talked about smoking out the window on here
We have not.
or on our podcast.
We
Like
have
we
not.
have literally just not talked about it. And I think we both was like, well, we're going to review the album. Ain't no sense in talking about the one single
Mhm.
when the album is so close. So how do you feel about smoking out the window?
Smoking out the window.
I did not label it a standout track, but you could. I would not be mad at Smoking Out the Window because Smoking Out the Window is probably the next best song on the entire
Okay.
album. And it's really a bop and a vibe. And if you fam,
It's
it
a
was
vibe.
I literally turned this on this morning while I was in the smoke lounge. Like, these gotta be morning vibes. These gotta
Yeah.
be
If
early
these
morning
ain't, I don't
vibes.
know what is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. And it delivered, fam. And I was really like you said, I've heard Smoking Out the Window, but like it really put me in a zone. And if you listen to what they saying, like got me paying a rent, like diamonds on the neck, diamonds on the wrist, like
Hard.
man,
Hard.
he really goes in on Smoking Out the Window. So I'm not mad if anybody has Smoking Out the Window as another standout on there. It deserves it.
See, when they do this kind of thing and they make songs like this the single, because to me, Smoking Out the Window is the song of the project, right?
Okay.
Like to me, it is the best song. And it feels kind of yucky to say that because it's the single. It's kind of like saying Gin and Juice is my favorite Snoop Dogg song. Like, get out of here, bro.
Yeah.
But Smoking Out the Window to me is such a good song. I could see them recording that and then looking at each other and going, we need to make a whole project. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's one of them that was so well done and so complete that you almost can't just give somebody just that. You know
This
what
is
I mean?
this is why I fuck with you, bro, because that's my exact thought that I had about fucking after last night. I was like, yo, they
Right.
made this,
Like
and they looked at each other and was like,
you're
fam,
like, we need to do like at least
we've
5
got
more.
we've got to put a
Yeah.
project out
Yeah.
surround. Like we can't just give them this by itself. Like that's not gonna work.
Also, I don't know if I'm going to label it a standout per se, but I like to put on a smile. I enjoy
Yeah,
put on a
absolutely,
smile.
absolutely.
It
I
was
enjoy. I did.
cool.
Yeah.
It was smooth. I was
Yep.
glad it was there.
Yeah.
Does it deserve a Cat and West music clip right here? Maybe not, but it was good. It was solid.
You could give it to him. It's a nice song. I like the message in the song, like, and to their credit, along with that, these 9 tracks gave me a lot of lineage. You know, I'm the lineage guy over here. It told a story. I fucked with the story
Yes. Yes.
that the 9 tracks to minus number 1. I hate calling it 9 tracks. It's only 8. Yeah, I
It's
mean,
8
but
tracks.
yeah, it's 8 tracks. So because of Smoking Out the
It's an 8
Window,
track.
ooh, oh shit.
Ooh. Fam, it's an 8 track.
They, nah, that's deeper than fam. That's deeper
Damn.
than rap.
Whoa.
Damn, that's okay. Back to shit.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
fucked me
yeah.
up, bro.
Focus.
That's different. Nah, for real. But so because of Smoking Out the Window after last night and this fucking guitar thing that Anderson Paak does on Blast Off, production gets a solid B for me. Solid B.
Production get okay. I'm
Production
with you.
gets a solid B for me.
Production, I'm gonna rate production a B as well. I
Okay.
got a B as well,
Okay.
man. And I was gonna say, that's one of the talking points for this album, right? Because even on songs like Fly Is Me or Skate, which I wanted to just say real quick,
Mm.
Skate gets a lot of like, I don't want to call it hate, but it does get a little bit of controversy, some sideways looks. And I like Skate. I
I
like
like
Skate a
I
lot.
like Skate,
So
but you wanna know what the problem
I
with
enjoyed
Skate
it.
is? They gave us Leave the Door Open, and then they gave us Skate. Skate from Leave the Door Open sounds like a fucking jingle.
You should have
You
went
know what I'm
Skate,
saying?
then leave the door open.
There you
Then
go, and then
okay.
onto this
Then
Smoking Out the
Smoking Out the
Window, that
Window.
might have made a little bit more sense. But yeah, I think that's the problem with Skate. It sounds jingly, or like maybe this is just one. This is a song that is for the skaters. Yeah, I mean, so maybe it
Mhm.
just doesn't resonate with everybody. But like, well, I'm sure this goes up at the skating rink when smoking
My
or
daughter loves it.
when Skate comes on. Like, and like you
My
said, I like
daughter
it
loves
too.
it.
It's
She
a
knows it
bop.
word
But
for word. She loves
I
it.
dig
So
that.
yeah,
That's
I
lit.
can see it being a setting type song. A lot of these might be
Yeah,
setting type songs,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I'm with you on the B for production. Shout out to whoever mixed this. Whoever
Yeah.
mixed this album, thumbs up, bro. Like you did your thing because nothing sounds sloppy. It never sounds like Anderson Paak is all over the top of Bruno Mars. The
Right,
instrumentation
right, right,
gets the proper shine it does in the proper area. So whoever did this, I didn't get the actual credits this time, but
right.
whoever's in charge of mix and mastering this,
Yeah, nah.
excellent job.
Sound
Excellent
sound
job.
sounds very, very clean. Very, very clean. So if you gotta grade them on 1 to 10, what you giving them, boss?
1 to 10 for Silk Sonic. Now, you know me, I was really high on this. I was high on this. I was calling album of the year, don't matter what they do.
Mhm.
I could see this getting talks of album of the year, but if we being honest, they better not get it. They better not get it.
I had the same conversation with myself.
Yeah,
It shouldn't be like it's a great album.
they
Shouldn't be
shouldn't
in the
get it. If you
conversation.
want to put them in there because it's
Mm,
Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak and they just deserve the nod, give them the nod, but do not
no,
seriously consider giving this album of the year.
no.
But out of 10, after one day of listening, I'm gonna give it a 7.5, bro.
That's respectable, fam.
I want to say 8 real bad because I love these niggas, man. But 8 is kind of high to me. I'm going 7.5.
Don't worry, my brother. I'm gonna give them the 8 for you. I wrote
Okay. Woo!
I wrote down seven and a
Thank
half,
you.
8, and on my on my final reviews leading up to us doing this, I crossed out 7.5 and I gave it the 8. So
I appreciate that.
I will give them the 8 for you. Accompanied with my 8 is a thumbs up for the album art. I know we spoke about this on the podcast at some point in time. Shameless plug, make sure y'all listen to that. But I give them a thumbs up on album art along with the 8 overall.
I got a thumbs up for the album cover and a whiskey glass raised for him because this album cover looks like you can smell the leather.
You can. I was just
It,
about to
it
say that.
looks like a Stevie Wonder
Yep.
album when
Yep.
Stevie Wonder had just like a tiny fro or some shit. Like they captured whatever it was, the vibes they were set out to get. They captured them
Absolutely.
flawlessly. From the first time we saw this artwork, and we maybe had one track, we
Yeah.
knew where they was going.
Yeah.
And they went where they told us they was going. So I think you gotta show them love for the album cover. The whole delivery of the package. I
Yeah.
mean, just all of it is a thumbs up for sure. I think they probably would have got more points from me with more songs. I'm a 24 Karat Magic guy.
Right.
I think that was the album of that year, and
Right.
this just may not be as good, and that's okay.
It's definitely not as good, but I'm still fucked up about the whole 8-track thing, fam. So like, shout out to Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars. Congratulations on the album.
We are here if y'all want to deluxe us.
I'm
You got a
here for the
deluxe in the
deluxe,
tuck
fam.
with 2 more tracks.
I
This is the one time where I'm like,
bro,
go and give it to us.
good fucking point. Because I usually don't mess with the deluxes. Like it's too much to re-soak in, especially if you got it the first time or if you didn't get it the first time. But if they want to, deluxe 2-3 more track me here, we can do that.